So in the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth. Now, beginning is time, heaven is space, and earth is matter, okay? Now, this is called a continuum, and that's just a fancy word. And basically, they all have 3 dimensions, and they all have to come into play at the same time. So time has past, present, and future. Heaven is space, is length, width, and height, and matter is solid, liquid, and gas. So in the beginning, there's your time. God created the heaven, there's space, and the earth, there's matter. Now, they got to all come into existence at the same time. Because if you had time and you had space but you didn't have no matter, what would you put in it? And if you had space and you had matter and you didn't have time, when would you put it? And you had time, you had matter, but you didn't have space, where would you put it? All right, so all these things have to come into existence at the same time. Now, evolution teaches that 18 to 20 billion years ago, that was a long time ago, folks. 18 to 20 billion years ago. That was a long time ago. And whenever you hear that, get ready because there's a fairy tale coming next. A long, long time ago, far, far away. So it says 18 to 20 billion years ago, all the matter of the universe was concentrated into a very dense, very hot region that may have been smaller than a period on this page. Wow. That's faith right there, folks. I mean, that's faith. The explosion is called the Big Bang. I run into a man on visitation, and I asked him, the first thing I try to ask the evolutionist or an atheist, how'd life begin? Because I love the answers. I mean, they're all over the place as far as answers go. And he said the Big Bang. And he said, no matter how much you talk to me, you'll never change my mind. But here's a thought. If evolution is true, I want you to think about something, just what we've seen, some of the things we've seen this week. We've seen the sun and moon and stars and clouds. We've seen horses and cattle and dogs and cats, birds, fish, snakes and frogs, rivers, lakes, ponds and oceans, rocks, dirt and sand, men, women and children. You're going to try to convince me that all that came from nothing? That makes absolutely no sense at all. But we got college professors teaching that's how this happened. And whatever it is, it's anything to discredit God. That's really simple. They become vain in their imaginations, and their foolish hearts were darkened. Professing themselves to be wise, they became fools. So Job said, he stretches out the north over the empty place, and hangeth the earth upon nothing. How did Job know that? He was standing on the earth. What kind of telescope did he have back then anyway? This is what I believe. I believe God said, Job, I've hung the earth upon nothing. And Job said, okay, Lord, I believe you. I believe it. And that's how he pinned it down. Isaiah said, is it he that sitteth upon the circle of the earth? How did Isaiah know the earth was round anyway? How did he know that? I just believe God said, Isaiah, the earth's round, the circle of the earth. And Isaiah said, okay, Lord, I believe it. I believe it. He pinned it down.